Hiya everyone. This is, can you see? I don't know if you can see. I've just woken up and I've got some sort of cut on my eye. Basically, I was arrested yesterday morning for pretty much having a drink in my garden. I had an argument with my ex-partner. She called the police and I don't know if you can see that. If you can see, sorry. If you can see, it's gone down now, but I didn't have a chance to. I didn't have a chance to. Sorry. Let's do this. Right. Oh shit! I'll fucking do this. Video in it, right? Oh, for fuck's sake. Anyway, look. I don't know if you can see, because I can see it. I've got a red mark on my eye that I've noticed this morning. I've just come out of police custody, and they that there apparently I've been charged with assault by a female police officer who entered my property without my say-so. And she is actually taking me to court, Basildon Magistrates, on the 28th of September this month. She's actually, I don't know what she's doing. I've actually been charged with assault on her, okay? And all I did was, I didn't even do that. I just said to her, they entered my property without my say-so. I think my partner rung them up. Okay, I probably had one or two beers around about 11, 12 o'clock. That's all in fact, by that time, I'd only had one. I was just trying to, because we had a big argument. My sister, Julie, and my brother-in-law, Tony, who I've literally fell out with now, because they, as far as I'm concerned, they backed my ex-partner who's trying to get me out of my house. Cut a long story short, the police officers, they got out a taser gun, which, I'll be honest with you, I've never been arrested in my life before. I've never been in a police cell. Well, I have, tell a lie, police cell when I was about 12 for some stupid thing over a park. Okay, anyway, cut a long story short, I was in a police cell. After they came in, just two young female police officers. I didn't know they. My ex-wife said, I'm going to call the police, and I said, okay, call the police. I've done nothing wrong. And I was sitting calmly on a swivelling chair in my kitchen, and they came in unannounced, as far as I'm concerned, two young lady, whatever, female. Be honest with you, sorry. All I asked was, have you got a search warrant? And I don't want you, and please don't come in my property when I've done nothing wrong. They got I think it's PC Mesha, I think her name is. I don't know if she's young. She's definitely a young police officer. Her reaction was over the top. I just said to her, can you please get out of my property? Now, she is charging me, they've charged me, the police, with assault on her. All I did was, she put her hand up when I said, I sort of leant near her. I didn't touch her. I leant near her, and because she was aggressive, really over the top. She put her arm out like that, okay, to stop me. Apparently I'm being charged with defending myself, okay, because I went like that. But apparently I've been charged with ridiculous stuff. I've just noticed this morning, because I got out last night, I have literally got, I don't know where that's come from, okay? I don't know if that's her. I don't know. After she pulled a taser, I retreated to my garden. And then next minute, I was in my garden just having a drink. I closed my doors because I didn't want any trouble, especially when I pulled out a taser gun. The next minute, there was about 7 or 8 intimidating, what I would call maybe police officers. I found out later that was actually from London. Armed response? What is all that about? Okay? I didn't want any more trouble. But anyway, I went out in my garden, and there was an officer. What was his name? I can't remember. It was like Burke or Farrow, and they're from London. I think they work in Essex Police. Anyway, okay. My sister was actually really, really upset because she thought they was going to. Can you see that? I don't know where that's come from. I just noticed it because they let me out of cells last night. So what was I going to say? Yeah, when this officer, if that's what you want to call her, she was trying to taser me. My sister was really upset. I just said to put your toys down, because I'll be honest with you, I've never seen a taser, whatever it was, like a yellow bloody toy, as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, she was pointing at me, so my sister I wasn't that bothered because I didn't really know what it was, but she looked really aggressive with it. My sister was in front of me, crying from what I remember, because it was such a blur. I know now because she picked me up last night. They literally, I don't know what time it was, 10, 9, 8 o'clock. No, I was in a like a so-called holding room, like a cupboard sort of thing. After that, because going back to the original story, I did nothing, but this armed response, unbelievably aggressively, handcuffed me, and it really hurt. I've never had handcuffs on before, and I wasn't even losing my temper now, but I was not going to back down. Anyway, I had literally, like now, I'm actually in the same clothes, but there isn't no clothes because they arrested me in the same shorts I'm on now. Okay. I wanted to put a top on. I wanted to put some stuff on my feet. They dragged me out of my house pretty much, where all my neighbours could see. Okay. I've never been arrested or charged with anything in my life. Okay. Now, as I say, they got me to the police station. I thought, come on, surely this is over the top. When I was in the police car, I was sweating so much. I was so stressed out because I've got a lot of stress problems at the moment. And I don't know how hot it was yesterday, but it was hot. I was sweating. I asked the PC Burke, I know now. Oh yeah, PC Farrow was the one who aggressively, PC Farrow, Essex Police, I don't know what his number is, he aggressively handcuffed me. PC Burke was really intimidating me, just looking at me whilst I was being handcuffed. There was no need for that. Okay. I went quietly. I had no choice. Okay. I've got a neighbour. Actually, because they pretty much, I was just a pair of shorts, handcuffs, really hurting. I went to the police car to see one of my neighbours, Rachel. I think she's a social worker. I said to her, Rachel, can you please video this or take a photo? I'm not sure she did. She probably didn't want to get involved. Anyway, she lives in my road in Raleigh Avenue, Westcliff-on-Sea, Essex. Anyway, I asked for a towel or something to mop my brow because I was sweating. Anyway, cut long story short, they got me to the police station. They put me in what is called a holding room. Okay, so what is that? It looked like a cupboard to me, right? I was still in handcuffs. I was really, really hurting. These two officers, Burke, no comment on that name, Burke and Farrow. Okay, and apparently I'm supposed to be mentally ill. So how comes I remember all this? And this was the absolute truth because I've got it written down, and I am in contact with a solicitor who I finally got. Anyway, they kept me in this so-called it was a cupboard. It was a cupboard. It's supposed to be a holding room. I've never seen it before. In Southend Police Station in Essex, right? They kept me in there for about 5 hours. I had water because I asked after about 3 hours. I had no food. I was in handcuffs in basically a cupboard, right, like that. And they were so nice. They gave me some water, and yeah, I'm in handcuffs, right, and they didn't do anything. Burke and Farrow, okay, these are the PCs from London. Why on earth? What they're doing in Essex? I've no idea. One of them had a taser. The other one had what looked like a gun in his pocket, and I thought, how over the top is this? From the moment I got in there, I wanted to see solicitor. Well, when I say refuse, this ridiculous protocol script, okay. Anyway, cut long story short, I got through it. I don't know where I found the resilience and strength to get through it, but I was threatened with, because I remember as a kid going in the police cells, right? Fair enough. But even back in those days, the 70s or whatever, they would take you down to they'd arrest you, but you go into reception first, and then you put in the cell. More humanely, I think, than what it is nowadays. Well, put you in a cupboard, and to intimidate. They were off them two officers, and I could see that they were actually clearly stressed and tired because they could be doing other stuff. But you know what? Them two officers intimidated me the whole time. I was talking to them like this because I was trying to say, look, get me a solicitor. Can't you go above some sort of hierarchy or whatever to sort this out? It's absolutely ridiculous. I've done nothing wrong. I'm no threat to anybody, okay? Anyway, cut long story short, I've been charged. I eventually had, after about 5 hours, after pleading for a solicitor, water, food, my top, I was still in handcuffs. What else? I finally got, I don't even kind of remember. It was after 5 hours. In the goodness of their heart, they gave me, the goodness of their heart, this. Do you know what I mean? Where's that come from? And I think it was to do with the police. And she's charging me. I've been charged. Actually, no. I have been charged with I've been charged with criminal damage up to £5,000. Right? I damaged a mop. I damaged a mop. Right? £5,000 because my ex-partner has told. Apparently, something to do with knives. Ridiculous. Why would I do that? Why the fuck would I put up a fucking knife? Excuse my language, everyone. I've been charged. I've got to attend Basildon Magistrates Court on the 28th of this month. Okay. My solicitor said I could be looking at 18 months for a fray. Something to do with knives. What else? Common assault on my ex-partner, common assault on my brother-in-law. What, because he was trying to stop me from having an argument with my ex, right? Because she loves to wind me up for some bizarre reason. We've got on we split up 4 months ago. We got on the last couple of weeks. I've tried my hardest to get on with her. Saturday, she was just like slagging me off, swearing, this, that and the other. So on Sunday, yesterday morning, all I wanted to do was go to Leon Sea for a nice walk with my brother-in-law and my sister. And all this has escalated because my ex-partner, in a divine wisdom, who doesn't live here at my property anymore, felt like coming here, okay, and winding me up like she has been doing for 4 months. I got out of the situation. I actually went down my local cemetery, North Road in Westcliff. People know me there. I actually laid down under a bush to get away from it all. But I thought, you know what? I did that for about an hour. People can verify over there because there's someone I know who's got a dog called Tess. Actually, came up to me. which was lovely because I hardly known her, but that's what dogs do. Cut long story short, I tell you what, after all this, they can take me to court, but I tell you what, bring it on.